Hey everybody, my name is BlakJak and welcome to Spyro the Dragon Reignited for PS4. Uh, Today we're going to be taking on the Artisan Homeworld, and I'm also going to be uploading the PS1 version of these levels at the same time. Just know that I recorded the PS4 version after the PS1 game, footage. So I may have forgotten what levels I started off with and whatever. So if the numbers in the PS4 version don't line up with the numbers on the PS1 game, that's because I just did the levels out of order. So welcome to the Reignited trilogy. The music here is so triumphant. And the Reignited trilogy, as you can tell by the name, is all three Spyro games where they've been remastered by Toys for Bob, and I think the third game was done by Sanzaro Games. Or maybe Sanzaro Games helped Toys for Bob's. I forgot. I gotta relook up. But we're not doing 2 or 3. We're only gonna do the first one here. As you can see by both my playthroughs, we're gonna delete this one because I don't need this one no more. And we're gonna start it off in my second slot. So yeah, Spyro 2, 3, Year of the Dragon, and Spyro 1. This is what we're gonna be doing. One thing to note about the Reignited trilogy right off the bat, as compared to the first game, is that there's a lot of long load times in a world of dragons. Like really long load times, you know? Like they're so long. Like look at this shit. This is a load time for the first cutscene. That's all this is. It's not even like loading level.
Okay, rolling.
It's been peaceful here in the 5 worlds, or is it 6? For a dragon's age, we now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000?
What about this Ganasty Ganok character? Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Nasty Nork is a simple creature.
Simple?
He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom.
No threat?
Besides, he is ugly.
Ugly? That does it!
Huh? Looks like I've got some things to do.
I like to imagine that Spyro is just a bored teenager who has nothing better to do than to just walk around all the worlds and save the dragons. He has nothing better to do. I got things to do. Shit, Spyro. Alright, so welcome to the Reignited trilogy. By the way, Nasnork is totally in the right. He's been lambasted in the media. So Spyro can run, he can jump, he has RAM, he can shoot fire. His hot rhymes can be shot by 2 buttons. He has circle and the R2 button in the Reignited trilogy. Honestly, I like that change quite a bit. And we're going to take a second to look at the menus real quick, because we can swap the music from the Reignited dynamic, and we can change the dynamicy of the music, or we can keep it to the original music from the original game, which is awesome. But since we're playing the same game, we're going to keep it to Reignited, and I'm going to keep the dynamic music on. What the dynamic music means is, like, if you're sitting still, the music changes. If you're running, the music changes. If you're inside, the music changes slightly. There's a bunch of variations to the music in this game. You can turn on like a map, which isn't all that helpful because a lot of the maps aren't that big here, but it could be useful in like the later games. You also have like camera, where you can keep it as passive and active, where if you're sitting still, in passive mode, the camera will stay in the spot that you leave it at, and active will make the camera follow you behind at always. And we can take a look at our controls real quick, and you notice Sparks says point to treasure with the L3 button. That is not a move that Spyro could do in the original game. Oh, also, I didn't know about dodge rolling. I kind of forgot. It's only a Spyro 1 thing, and honestly, you don't really need it. But yeah, so Point to Treasure is an ability that Sparks gets in Spyro 3. And in order to get it in that game, you have to do like a mini game to get it, or like one of his little Sparks missions. And this game, they just kind of give it to you for no other reason, because it's a really useful power. It's actually really broken, and I found myself using it quite a bit. So we get a better look at the control scheme on like what you can do. So you have like the retro controls where R2 doesn't shoot fire and it controls the cameras, or you can play with the Reignited controls, which I'm going to be playing with the Reignited controls. I think it's just more optimized. Also, Sparks can pick up your gems, which is probably the most useful thing Sparks does outside of pointing them all out to you. So, welcome to the Artisan World. And we're going to be saving a Nestor. Hi, Nestor. I like your cape.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the Artisan World, then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Nork? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
So can Spyro walk on two legs too at one point? Also, why does Spyro not have clothes? Is he naked? See, these are all the questions I ask about when giving clothes to anthropomorphic animals. Does that mean that I am now naked? Because if so, I think Spyro is breaking some laws here. But I'm also not too mad, because I actually enjoy the... Oh yeah, here's a skill point, by the way. Hold on. Never mind. I'll show you the skill point in a second. When giving clothing to like anthropomorphic animals, or like animals in general, it like questions the ones that don't have clothes. You know, like it brings up that question. So here's a skill point where you make it to this area by jumping on the hill. That's not a skill point in the first game, because the first game doesn't have skill points, but whenever you do a skill point in this game, or in this Reignited game, you always get a life. So you're going to be getting lives quite a bit if you do all the skill points. There are a bunch of ways you get skill points, actually, too. So in the guidebook, you can press triangle, and it shows you all the skill points and where to find them, and it gives you like a hint on how to do them, or it pretty much just tells you what to do. But yeah, and then doing so allows you to unlock an art gallery, which I'm going to be showing at the end of the game. I'm not going to go out of my way to doing all the skill points during the playthrough. I do have a video where I just pick up the remaining ones I don't pick up. Like if I do one by accident, I'll do it by accident, but I'm not going to go out of my way and showing you how they all do it in one video. It's just like whatever I have left, like the remaining ones. And then here is Delbin.
Where's Nasty Nork? I'll torch him.
Keep your horns on, Spyro. You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing?
His
name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
I will say though, in the first game, I like the designs of all the dragons. I think they all look really cool. They don't bug me as much as Spyro 2 and 3's redesigns of some of the characters. Like that's where a lot of my issues come from, the redesigns. But we'll be getting there when we eventually tackle Spyro 2 and 3. Look at these thieves. They have like little mohawks. Oh, that's cool. In the first game, they had like little bandits masks, but now they have mohawks. I think they like run around and steal all the treasure from everyone. Oh, here's Thomas. Hey, Thomas.
Hey, Spyro. Press
Hello.
the jump button twice to glide. And don't be afraid.
afraid of what?
Falling from high mountain peaks? Plummeting into prehistoric glaciers?
Oh, that.
Yeah, I wasn't afraid before you mentioned it. It's okay, Spyro. You're gonna be reliving all those fears because I'm playing you. I fall down a bunch of pits in this game, mostly because the jumping in this game is a little odd. So they ended up making. Oh, he does have a little bandit's mask. That's cute. So they ended up making the world slightly bigger. Like they upscaled it, so things look larger. There's some more distance between some of the levels, but they kept the jump. I don't want to say relatively the same, because I think the jumping is more Spyro 3 than it is Spyro 1. But they changed like something in the jump where it like you just can barely make some of the jumps. And they changed some things too. Like in the flight levels, you fly slightly slower than you probably should. And that makes... Or maybe it's not even like you fly slower, it's just that the levels are bigger and that there's more distance. So now that speed at flight does not translate well. So like it seems like you're flying slower, but you're covering more distance in the same time. Like it's weird. Like it's hard to explain without showing it to you. Like in side-to-side comparison, which is partly why I wanted to do both games and do a playthrough, so that I can upload both videos at the same time. So like today, Artisan Homeworld and Artisan Homeworld for PS1 are gonna go up, and then the following day, I think I'm gonna be doing not Town Square, Stone Hill tomorrow. Despite me in the Reignited, I think I took on Dark Hollow as the second level in the PS4 version. So that's what I mean by the gems being weird. Hey Argus.
Cool flash. Do that again.
The Artisan's boss is through a portal in the
Little
Dragon
watermelon.
Mouth, but you're not yet ready, Spyro. First, you must complete one of the other Artisan lands.
Was Argus in the middle of eating a lunch, and then Nasty Nord took offense to being called ugly, and he froze him? Damn, bro, that blows. I'm sorry that happened to you. I imagine eating Chipotle, and then you get frozen for 20 years. You wake up, and your Chipotle is still frozen. So that's all the gems, and that's all of the dragons, and that's 100% in the level. So now we're gonna head off to the next world. Oh, by the way, here's
Prove
Marco.
your worth by rescuing 10 dragons,
Yeah.
then you may use this balloon to fly to a new world.
Oh, new. Sorry. Every time I hear the phrase "new world," that's what I think of. I can't help it. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So we're gonna be doing Stone Hill in the next episode, but I left off here in Dark Hollow because I'm dumb. Anyway, see you guys next time. We're not doing Dark Hollow. Peace.